There is no easier or less expensive way to expand the living space of your home than to add a deck. And the best news is, the average handyman or woman can build a deck with no advanced carpentry skills or tools. This video is designed for you. We'll take you through the basic steps from setting support posts to the finishing sealer. The timer in the upper left corner is keyed to the written instructions provided by Sutherlands. Use it to refer to portions of the video that you want to review. Here is a list of the tools that you'll need to complete the deck: circular saw, hand saw, framing square, level, hammer, chalk line, speed square, tape measure, and grounded extension cord. Considering the location and size is the first step. Check local building codes and permits that might be required. Our model location had an existing deck that was built with untreated lumber. It's definitely time for a replacement. Our new deck will be built with CCA treated lumber and will be 2 feet longer than the old deck, 16 by 12. An additional set of steps will be added to provide access to the yard, and the replacement stair location will be widened. Our plans show how the finished deck will look with the construction elements in place. A complete material list was provided by Sutherlands and has been delivered. When working with CCA treated lumber, keep in mind that it is treated with a pesticide containing chromated copper arsenate to protect from termite and fungal damage. If sawing indoors, it is recommended that you wear a dust mask. Always wear eye protection. Now that the plans are established and the old deck structure has been removed, prepare the site by clearing a section about 2 feet larger than the planned deck size. To prevent weed growth under the deck, spread a sheet of polyethylene film over the area. Rock can be added to hold the film in place, or decorative rock can be added later. First, we'll measure and cut the ledger board. It will support the floor joists and attach the deck to the existing structure. Measure 1 inch to 1.5 inches below the door sill. This will be the height of the deck surface. Add to that the width of the ledger board and place a nail for the ledger to rest on. The ledger is then leveled and nailed to the house. We are using galvanized nails. They are made especially for outdoor use. Next, measure and cut the remaining 2x6 sideboards and the header that supports the floor joists. Nail the perimeter boards together. You may use temporary support posts to hold up the front or header end. At this point, you will want to measure diagonally from opposite corners to ensure your deck perimeter is square. Both measurements should be equal. We will place cinder block halves on the ground for the 6 4x4 support posts to rest on. The posts go from the ground to the top rail and will support the deck. Measure for the notch cut that will accept the perimeter board. After marking your measurements, cut slits in the post between the markings and remove the wood. Be sure you take accurate measurements so your deck will remain level. Your posts are now ready to install. Put in place, level, and then nail. Next, we will measure and notch the two side posts along with the posts that straddle the front steps and nail them into place. Next comes the 2x6 center support beam that runs parallel with the ledger and header boards. It will support the floor joists. The top of the support beam is the same height as the bottom of the side perimeter boards to allow the joist to stay even with the perimeter boards. We'll use 2 support posts under the support beam for added sturdiness. Place cinder block halves on the ground for the center beam support posts. Measure and cut the center beam posts and nail them into place. We are now ready for the floor joists. Measure from the ledger board to the header board. Cut all the joists and lay them in place. Wood is a natural material and can warp. Check your joists by peering down the length. The high side of the warp is called the crown. Install the joists with the crown